Hello everyone. I thought I would record what was going on in this current area before we possibly ruin it horribly today. Although I don't think it could be even more of a nightmare than it already is. As you can see, it's not great. The main problems we had turned out to be with this courtyard. And we only found out when we started working on this room along here. This was the natural room to do next, because we already had this bit done, which was this leading through to here and round that way. And in our last set of work, we completed the underground area, which I will have some night vision for. So this is mostly done. The detailing isn't done, but it's fine, it exists, and that's all we need to carry on with different areas. And there's a staircase that goes up here and then splits two ways into each direction of this wing. So, of course, naturally this would be the next area. I didn't think it was going to be too hard, because it's just essentially two hallways dividing this long room until it reaches the end there, which is actually here. This needs to be worked on a bit and resized again, I think. But this is another walkway that leads to the outside of the building and complex. Yeah, the problem we had, starting in the circular room that's up here, there's a walkway that goes pretty much down here all the way till the end. We got it through here, this bit was fine. The problem we had is when we got to this point, this was basically a room and there was space to the left and right of this. And before we made changes to the structure, this outer wall here was right up here. We ended up moving out about 3 or 4 blocks, I think. So that was a nightmare. Of course, when I built this and decided to do the rest of the courtyard walls, I built them all to be symmetrical, because who wouldn't? It just seemed like the natural thing to do, to build them all on the same scale. And it seems fine until you look at 4 or 5 different sources that show the interior and the exterior and try and piece them both together, that you realise that this wall here is not aligned with the wall that's on the other side, that's here. There was a way that I thought of that I could fix this. It's this room here. We could have fixed it by having the entrance to this room here, but this exit to be over here. Oh, you can see where it used to be anyway, because there's a gap for it. Which would have solved the problem, but then there would have been an even bigger gap between this room and this room, which is there's already quite a gap that shouldn't be there. Which exists. And it would probably cause so many problems down the line that we couldn't even foresee because the areas don't exist yet. So there was that. Honestly, we spent 5 hours doing this, and I don't know how. I don't know what we done that took us 5 hours, because all we did really was move some walls about and build some new walls here. But yeah, it was headache-inducing. And I've gone from the previous video saying how much I love certain areas, that kind of thing, to me saying I really don't like this area. It's probably not going to end up bad, but at the moment I just don't feel inspired to do anything nice with it. I just feel like it isn't going to end up looking very pretty in the end. It's not my favourite. And I have to fix this as well, so that's going to be fun. Oh, considering the ceiling was... ouch. The ceiling was filled with invisible blocks as well to do the lighting, that's going to be fun.